We're transmitting our first Google-based web shop with Gisele Santos, who is an academic coordinator at Cultura Inglesa, a member of the 2014 Horizon Report K-12 panel of experts, a Google certified teacher no less, and one of the most influential teachers on Twitter. We're proud to have her as a presenter, and we're sure we'll learn a lot from her, who's a very skillful lifelong learner. So without further ado, Gisele, please.
Thank you, Natalia. Thank you for introducing me in such a beautiful and kind way. I'll have to apologize because just right now my camera broke down, so some tech fails. I'm really happy to be here, and I'm really happy to be sharing some tricks that I learned in our first Google Teacher Academy in Latin America. But the thing that I think is really important to mention is that we're not going to reinvent the wheel. This is just meant to be something really basic and maybe make most of the tools we already have. And I really have to thank BRELT Chat for giving me the chance to speak for the first time as a Google certified teacher. So thank you very much, and I hope you enjoyed this web shop. And I love the name web shop, by the way. So again, I'm sorry for not having the camera, but you have a beautiful picture of me, and I look much better in the picture than in real life. So, and I didn't do it on purpose. Okay, so if you excuse me for a moment, I'm going to start sharing my screen with you so that we can get started. All right? Okay, here we go. Okay, so here we go. Let's present. So when I first thought of using the Google tools and talking about the Google tools, I thought I was not a heavy Google user myself, I have to confess, for a long time. But then I got really curious. Excuse me for a moment. I'm going to start sharing you so that we can get started. I can hear an echo, so here we go. You can turn down the sound. So as I was saying, I was not a Google user for a long time. But then I started unveiling some of the tools, and they're really good. Using the Google tools and talking about the I have. Can you not a heavy Google user myself? I'm sorry. Can you cut your mics, because I can hear some of your mics. Thank you. So why Google? Google really makes an effort, and this is so true. I do get in touch with all the other companies, if you want to say, Apple and everything. But Google makes an effort to connect people, and it brings all communities together, and teachers and students, and it's free. So basically, Google does a really good job on making tools available free of charge. So this is the first thing I want to mention. And something else that really makes me love is that one of their goals, and clear goals, is to reduce the amount of time people spend online and on its site. So it makes our lives much easier. What we're going to see today in the following 20 minutes is a couple of tools that I use myself nowadays, right? And they're not new tools. I think you have been using those tools for some time, and they are the basic tools in your Google suite. So they are your Google Docs, your Google Form, your Google Drive, and we're going to look at how to make better use of those tools. So the first tool I want to mention is the Google Hangout, so the one that we are using right now. The Google Hangout is a great tool to make conferences and to present any kind of thing. So from reading a book to your kids to bringing your relative who is overseas to your party, Google Hangout is really good at doing this. Again, and you can broadcast live as I'm doing right now. So if you want to broadcast a talent show or an interview with an expert, Google Hangout is the tool for you. I can give you more details on how to use it and how to broadcast and record it a little bit later. I just want to get into the other tools first so that we have enough time. Okay. We are going to talk, as I mentioned, about add-ons. Add-ons are little pieces of software that they enhance the functionalities of your native tools. So for example, if you have an add-on on a doc, that means that your doc will work much better for you. It will save you loads of time. And also for the other tools, the Google tools, such as Forms, Drawing, Hangout, etc. So in order to get started, if you want to follow along, you have to sign in with your Google account, go to your Google Drive, and click on Create. But what you can do right now is just watch and then try it later on. Also, if you want to ask questions and make comments, you can log in so that you have right above the video, you have something like, might be in English, Q&A, or in Portuguese, P and R. So you can ask questions and I will pause the video and answer your questions. But before we get to business, you have a mission. You have to try at least one of the tips shared today and share it with another teacher. And by doing that, you'll be joining, you'll be connecting, and you will also be part of what we call the Google Educator group. So time and tide waits for no man, so let's get started, and I'll talk about that in a little while. Okay, so I will start with, I asked you to answer a Google quiz right before we I put the links to this webinar, to this web shop. I don't know if some of you have answered the quiz. It was called the BRELT Google quiz. And what it does right here, so it's a Google form, a simple Google form that you put questions. You can have multiple questions, text questions. You can also have videos, pictures. And many schools are already using this for online testing so that they have quick feedback and correction. So why did I ask you to do this? Because I'm going to show you an add-on that shows you how to correct a form very quickly. Okay? So back to sharing my screen. So once you have the quiz, when students answer the quiz or the test or anything, this is what they see. This is what you have made. And this shows you how to. This is how you get a form. Again, I'm getting somebody's mic. So this is what you see, how you get the answers, right? It's a spreadsheet. As I mentioned, we have add-ons. Right? Okay, so when you go to add-on, since you don't have, or you might not have, this add-on yet, you just click on Get Add-ons, and you choose the add-on that you want. this case, the add-on that I'm recommending is called Flubaroo. I will share with you a sheet with all the links to the tools I mentioned here, right? So, Flubaroo, what Flubaroo does is it grades the assignment. So, I click on Grade Assignment. And what it will tell me is like I can choose how many points each question or each item is worth. Let's say 3 points, 2 points, 2 points, etc. And I have fields for names and for emails. Why? Because this identifies your students, right? Okay, so I'm ready to correct. I click on Continue. And I have to choose one of the answers as my let's say the ones that I think will be the most correct. So in this case, I haven't answered one, but I'll use Bruno as the one that will guide the correction. So I click on Continue. So based on Bruno's answers, I have just corrected all the submissions. Okay? So I don't know if you can see, they have all been corrected, and here I can get how many points were possible, the average number of submissions, yes, answers as my, so I can hear myself again. Let's see. Also, what I can do later, and as everybody would love to have that, is Flubaroo will give me also the option of choosing a language and of emailing the grades. Okay? So, again, I will. So, identifies my student. Then I continue and go. Okay, so this is how it works. It's pretty quick. So it doesn't matter if you have 2 or 100 or 200, it will take the same, just as much time. Right? And if you want later, you just click on add-on email grades and feedback instantly. Okay, right here, email grades. If you have answered this, include answer key in a message, for example, congrats or good job, even if it was not a good job, but I'm just joking. So, and everybody should get their emails soon, okay? An email because one person didn't send the email, okay? So this is Flubaroo. Another tool that I would like to share, and I'll give details since we have 20 minutes only. I just we don't have much time. So this is on Google Form, right? And then when you go to the answers, it's a spreadsheet. Another I would like to share is an add-on, and it's just your regular Google Docs, right? So sometimes you ask students to work collaboratively on a vocabulary list, for example. So here I have a vocabulary list, bullet points, nothing special about it. So what I do, I just select my list. See, I have headings here for verbs, adjectives, colors. Go to add-ons. Here I have an add-on that's called Mindmeister. And what it will do, it will create a mind map instantly as well. So I don't know if you can see this, but here I have colors, verbs, and everything that I have listed under the bullet points right here. So how can you work with this in class? If you give students access to the same document, you can work on their vocabulary list collaboratively. And right before you end the class, you can have your the vocabulary list that was built by the students, and they enter the words that they feel that were really important for them, right? So again, really simple. You don't have to buy anything, any software. Just click on the add-on, get add-on, and then you add Mindmeister. It's all free. You don't have to pay anything, and you can give access to any student. So you can have up to 20, 30 people working on the same time, the document at the same time. Also, in your docs, one of the tools that I love, and it's a native tool, but generally we don't really see it. What I did here is I copied one of those Facebook posts that one of my friends made, and was not even to myself. And he wrote something here, and aproveitando a passagem pelo Rio, and then he mentioned somebody that I'm not really sure who this person is, and I would love to know more about this person, because if we're working on this doc together, it would be a good idea for me to know who he is talking about. So I have selected it, I go to Tools, and I hit Research. So I don't even have to leave the document to Google something, because generally what happens, we have a doc, we go to Google search, then we go back into the doc. So not many people know that you don't have to leave the doc for that. The same thing happens when you are writing in English or in Portuguese. It just depends on the language you have selected. And you click on your add-on. And if you want to use something like Thesaurus, you just select it, click on it. So Google does all the work for you. So you can use different ones. This is really good for more advanced students, so when they are working on their assignments, writing assignments. So you can say, listen, after you're done, reread your work and see if you can substitute words. And then you tell them how to do it. Again, if you're working with more than one student in the same doc, they can give tips to each other. This change, or what do you think? Do you think we should use this word? Is there a better word for that? So Thesaurus will help you a lot, and you don't even have to leave the document, right? Okay, so let's recap. To correct, we have used Flubaroo. For mind maps, we have used Mindmeister. We have also used research to know a little bit more about words or people or characters or quotes that we are not familiar with. So let's say if I want to know about MIT Media Lab, there we go. It gives me all the links, so if I need to insert anything immediately, I just go there and insert it. We have also mentioned Thesaurus, right? As you can see, I have lots more here, but right now I'm just going to go back to Hangout, stop sharing for a moment, and see if there are any questions, okay? So let's take a little break and see if you have any questions. So are there any questions so far? Is everything going okay? Natalia, Bruno? Yes? Okay. So, am I going too fast? Yes? All right. So, how about slides? We don't usually work a lot with Google Slides because they are more difficult to work with sometimes. They don't have as many features as PowerPoint. Good news is they're working on it. And also, what you can do is you can upload your PowerPoints in Google slide format. So you can just work with your regular slides and transfer to the Google Slides. What you can do is have collaborative story moment with your students. So they will insert, as we are working, they will come and insert slides as we talk. As I mentioned, I have a sheet here with the names of the links that I have used. So if you want to take a moment, and I have to share my screen again so that you can read it. So these are the links and add-ons that we have seen right now in the past 15 minutes. I know it's really fast, but since we only have 20 minutes, 25 minutes, it's better if you see how it works. For those who completed the quiz, can you confirm if you have received your email with the corrections and feedback? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to by the way, I'm giving you the answers right now. So this is my name, and this is my email. Okay. And now I submit it. So my answer should be there. Okay, where is it? There you go. Here you go. There it is. That's correct. So that I can show you how the regrade assignments. Continue. Okay. Got it. So, okay. Mine is the correct one. I'm just repeating this so that I can show you what it looks like when it gets to your email. So again, it has graded. It includes the answer key. This time I will send no message. Okay, so let me open my email. There you go. So see, I have already gotten, I just got my email with the quiz grades. So this is a link to the quiz, the number of emails, submission, average score point, possible points, and keys. Okay, so it sends me responses and the spreadsheets. Okay, so it grades everyone. Oops, there we go. So let's go back to the Hangout. Some people are asking how they can join the discussion. I'm just going to start sharing my screen for right now. You can join the discussion by logging. Have already. Andrew, would you like to join in the discussion? You mean like as in the room? I can't answer. So Andrew says, sorry if this is a webinar. If so, I will go to be interested like this. He's just interested. Well, it's great that you were interested, so I can see you already here. You have asked a couple of questions. So if you have another question, specific question, you can type your question here and I'll answer it. Okay? All right. So this is these are the tools that I wanted to mention and talk about today. And as I asked you before, I would like you to get in touch with me. I will post to BRELT chat more detailed info on how to use those tools, on how to make better forms using videos and page breaks, and how to save them as docs. Today was just to make you more aware of the functionalities of the Google Suite and to let you know that there are lots of things that you can do with those tools. So, again, please spread the word, and really soon there will be a course for Brazilian teachers on the use of Google tools called Fundamentos do Google para Ensino. It will start on the 18th, and I will share these slides with you, and then you can click on the link and enroll. Totally free. You don't pay for anything. Invite everyone at your school, invite everyone in your community, and you can learn a little bit more about the Google way of looking at education. So lots of sharing, lots of collaborative work, and most of all, trying to make our lives easier. And by the way, I don't get any money from Google for doing this. It's just like, it does save a lot of time, okay? So I hope you have enjoyed it. I know it was pretty quick. I'll bring Bruno, Natalia, and Priscilla back into the conversation so that they can join us, and we will open the mics again, okay? So, guys, are you here? So Natalia she's really happy. So you don't have mics? Natalia is back. Natalia is really happy that she got 9 out of 10. So she's a bit of a nerd because she knows everything about Google. So you get extra points for that.
And I didn't Google it.
See? That's a good student.
Okay.
So again, yeah, I'm right on the dot. 10:30. Promised that I wasn't going to take any longer. So 25 minutes, and that's it.
Yeah, great. Thank you, Gisele, for a lovely talk. And let's just hope questions will be coming in. I thought there were questions you were addressing now.
No, there was. It was Andrew. Andrew wanted to know how he could get in the room, and that was the question. I can't see the questions in YouTube if there are any. I know this was a bit of a monologue, but because as I mentioned, my camera broke down, so I had to use the second computer, and I couldn't see what people were asking questions in YouTube. But I think Rose was there, and if there's another question, you can just type or go to BRELT chat to continue this conversation. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope this was useful. I don't know if you knew all of those tools.
It was great, yeah. So Thiago is here saying he loved the first add-on. Josie is on YouTube saying she'll sure start using Google Form and Flubaroo, whatever that's pronounced, because I forgot.
Flubaroo. Flubaroo.
Flubaroo.
Yes. Sorry. Do you know how you can work with Flubaroo in the class? If you have labs, school labs, they can have their own, and then you can have like some kind of a competition, because you get the answers right away, so it doesn't take any long to correct them. So you can have 100 people taking part in a quiz show, in a pub night or something like that. And they can use their phone. By the way, everything that I'm showing here, you can access from your telephone. So if you're doing BYOD in your classes, yes, it runs on your phone, Thiago. So if you're working with iPads, tablets in any way and form, and telephones, you can do the same thing. Okay? So thank you. Yeah. Thank you very much. And
that was Tiago's question. How well does it run on their phones?
Yes, it does.
Yeah. So both Android and iOS?
Yes. All you have to do for them is just share the link with them. So once they have the links, they just go online, just like any regular site. So once they go online, they can click on the answers and type in their answers, and because the correction will be by the student, the correction will be done by you. So you can do that from your own telephone or from your computer, your laptop, or CPU, your personal computer. Great. So I think I've answered Thiago's question.
And Thiago, Edmilson, when you have some other people here on YouTube and Google Events, you can comment away. For example, have you ever used any of those tools? And which of the tools you found that were useful, or do you have any questions concerning the uses of those tools?
By the way, you look great, Natalia.
Yeah, I did put on a necklace for you. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, Thiago, just as Thiago mentioned, most people don't usually, in my opinion, sometimes the Google tools, such as our emails, docs, and the sheets and slides, I think it might be cultural because we are so used to Microsoft Office. We don't know about these add-ons, and these add-ons, if you work with maps, they're great add-ons for making graphs. With Google Form, if you need to make appointments, and there are ways that you can tie that or connect your form to your agenda, so people can score. Not score. People can make appointments, and then it will go directly to your agenda. So this is schedule. That's the word I was looking for. Okay. So they can schedule appointments. So, and this helps a lot because then you don't need a secretary most of the time, and then you will get alerts directly to your telephone. So it saves a lot of cover time. Okay? All right. So, Natalia, back to you.
I was looking. Thiago is comparing Google to Google in the way.
Yeah, Thiago.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thiago, as a matter of fact, you mentioned Moodle. Google now has what they call Google Classroom. It's part of the Google Apps for Education, or GAFE, G-A-F-E, and it's free if you work for an NGO, and if your school is non-profit and you have a domain, it's free, and you can add as many groups as you want. So it's really, it's like an LMS, It's a school's LMS. You can grade them, put announcements. They can turn in assignments, and they don't charge for anything. And the best of all this is that the students' drive does not have a limit. So they have unlimited drive. And what it means is, if they have an e-portfolio, for example, with you, they can take this e-portfolio on forever because you will have space forever. Yes. Right now, just for nonprofits and for NGOs, you can also get in touch with Google and they will interview you. We have asked them to think of all the teachers in Brazil that are a little bit different. They have like private teachers, so we have put that in a document, and they promised to do that. So let's see, maybe in a few years or in a few months we'll have something for private teachers as well in Google Classroom. Okay, any more questions?
Thiago is asking if they're only for NGOs, non-profit, but you're saying that maybe in the future.
Yes, maybe in the future have for private.
And you said LMS, but I'm not sure everybody is familiar with that acronym. Could you explain?
Yeah, an LMS is a learning management system. So, for example, if you have Moodle or Edmodo or tools like that, that you can manage what your students are learning and what you're bringing to them and what they're bringing to you, an LMS. Some of them are adaptive, so they can track students' performance and then make it harder or easier. Blackboard, for example, has an adaptive LMS. Moodle is the most used LMS right now, but I think in the future we'll see big changes in that because of Google Classroom and all other LMSs that are coming into the market. So I would keep my eye out on the new things, the new LMS platforms that are coming. Facebook is an LMS, has been an LMS for many teachers. So teachers have been using Facebook already.
That's true. That's true. But then it's a lot more limited from what you're showing us. When compared to what you're showing us.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So I guess that's pretty much it, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't think we have any more questions. I'm just checking here on YouTube.
This will be recorded, so if you want to access it at any other time, and you can share it with your friends and watch it. And as I'm showing, you can try it together, so that you. By the way, if you want a little bit of homework, send me make your own quiz. Send it to me, and then I want to see my performance on your quiz, like anything. Groups, your favorite singers, your favorite meals, whatever. Just quiz me.
I might be throwing a Trekkie quiz at you.
So, just hit me with that.
So I don't think we have any more questions. So thank you, Gisele, for a lovely webinar. And you said Google is not paying you, Brelt is not paying you, so you're here volunteering your own time for the benefit of Brazilian teachers. So that's great. That's very generous of you. And to all, good night. Yeah, thank you, Gisele, for being so amazing, Bruno says, without his microphone. So I'm being everybody's voice today. Okay, yes. Thanks a lot. And
thank you.
Around. Oh, there's Priscilla. Good.
Hey, Priscilla, you're here. Oh, by the way, happy birthday, Priscilla. It was her birthday yesterday, so happy birthday. Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Bye. Good night.
Thank you. So good night.
Thanks again.